My name is Kenyon Glover. I do quite a bit of things. I'm an actor, producer, director, model, host, new author. Just released my first book, so now I'm an author. And I own quite a bit of businesses. Yeah, I played in the NBA. I played for the Milwaukee Bucks for almost a couple of years. But before that, I played overseas in England. So I went to London for a while, and then I eventually got to the NBA for Milwaukee. So it's a great experience, I stopped playing because I had a freak accident, career-ending knee injury, which ended my career. So, you know, I ended up tearing every ligament, cartilage, muscle, everything in my knee that could possibly be in my knee. So after that freak accident, I was done. Doctor told me I couldn't play anymore. He said I needed total knee replacement, and I actually didn't want to go through that whole process. So I was like, oh well, I can't play anyway. So I just said no, good. I'm in love with a church girl. I believe that's the name of it. Just came out with Ja Rule, was starring in it. I played an inmate. Was in jail, of course. Got to put the black man in jail. No, but I played an inmate in that movie. It's Good to Be a Gangster. Came straight to DVD. I think it's on Netflix right now. Wow, what else? Across the Line, The Exodus of Charlie Wright, The Chicago 8 with Orlando Jones, and I've been on quite a few TV series as well. Monk, Young and the Restless, CSI, NCIS, Criminal Minds. Let's see, I can keep going on and on. Sons of Legend. And I produced my own TV series called Annika, which will hopefully be hitting the airwaves this year. My favorite star I work with, I would probably have to say Tony Shalhoub, which was in Monk. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the TV show Monk. The lead guy, Tony, he was a real cool guy. You know, we actually had a chance to just sit down and have a good conversation. And, you know, he was just giving me a lot of advice, you know, about being in the industry and different things to kind of maneuver around and how to really overcome different things. So, you know, it was very, I'd say, educational conversation with me and him. So I would say him because of the conversation that we had. I've never really sat down with a lot of other, you know, stars that I had to work with, but him I got a chance to actually sit down and have a long, drawn-out conversation with. You know what, I wasn't actually inspired to start acting. I actually got into acting by accident because I was just going with a friend of mine because he was an actor and he was going to his acting class and he couldn't drop me off at the time because I had known nothing about acting at that time. And I was going to class with him, you know, just because he couldn't drop me off. Because he had just picked me up from the airport. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know, I'll just go hang out in the back till you're done. And when we got there, you know, they was going through their thing and whatnot, and the acting coach asked me to participate because they was missing a certain student that day. So I was like, okay, I'll sit in for him. And we started going through the process, and I was like, this is pretty cool. You know, I actually like this, you know, just kind of like becoming another person. You know, stepping outside of myself and trying to figure out this other character and trying to embody the mind of another person was kind of intriguing to me. So after I finished that class that day, I was telling my friend, I was like, you know what, I think this is kind of cool. I might sign up for the class. So, you know, that next class I signed up and I started getting into it more and more, and I just started loving it. Like, it was just like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't not think about acting. Like, that's all I wanted to do from there on out. Like, I was just so, you know, in love with it. I grew a passion for it, and from there it just like took off for me. I was hooked. The advice I would give to people trying to get into the acting world, expect to want to give up. Expect to want to give up, because this is the kind of industry it's going to bring your self-esteem down to that level where you just want to completely like say, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. This may not be meant for me. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that a lot at first because you're gonna get told no way more than you're going to get told yes. So expect that, but don't give up, because you could be a lot closer than you could imagine. You know, all the hard work. Be willing to work hard. This is the kind of industry that you got to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, then this might not be for you. You know, so you have to come in willing to work 125% more than the next person. You have to want to do this, breathe this, think this, eat this, everything. This has to become your lifestyle, pretty much. Always studying your craft, wanting to get better, attending acting classes constantly. So if you're trying to get into this industry, you have to be willing to work very, very hard, and you have to have the mindset of not giving in and not giving up, period. And for people who are wanting to be an author, I would say have a story to tell.